Well, hello. My name is Megan, and thank you for hitting that play button. So check this out. I just want to kind of give you a background about who I am, how I got here, and why I'm here right now in this video with you, okay? One, I worked in radio media for over 14 years. I have done some amazing things with my career. And when the pandemic hit, the company downsized and was like, hey, Megan, we thank you for your time, but it's time to go. Okay, cool. Hasta la vista. I was not upset because I was looking for something different. When you do the same thing over and over. Now, don't get me wrong. I love voicing commercials. I love doing voiceovers. I love doing all that. It still is in my blood. But I always wanted to travel. And my schedule was so demanding. When you have on-site events, they're called remotes, the company that I was with. I was working so many remotes, having a show Monday through actually Saturday, then would have to be on location for events. Am I complaining? No. But do I feel so good with this new career change? Abso-freaking-lutely. So for you watching this video, one, if you're interested in being a flight attendant, cool. We're going to talk about that. But if you too are the person that is like, I just want to do something different with my life, I don't know what to do, follow what it is that just makes you feel good. When you think about different things or occupations, like, ooh, I want to try that. Try it. What's crazy is I look back at an Instagram post I did. I think it was like 2016, right? And it was some girls. It was like 3-4 girls or something like that were like in a ballet class. And one of them, it was like doctor, lawyer, and I love those occupations, those career paths. Like, I used to want to be a lawyer. But it was one young little girl that stood out to me, and she was a flight attendant, flipped upside down, like on a little bean bar or whatever it's called. And it's crazy how when I sat down, this happened in 2020 when I stopped working in radio. And we're in 23, this was 2022, last quarter. And I was like, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do? Bing! Flight attendant. So here we are. Okay, a couple of things that I want to share with you. People say that it is difficult to become a flight attendant. It's yes and no, true and false. Now, I did apply to be a flight attendant. I'm talking about years ago, like 10 plus years ago. I do have a tattoo on my ankle. Back then, it's like you couldn't have any tattoos. They didn't care if it was covered up or anything. You just couldn't have them. Now it's a different time where things are very lighter than what they used to. So definitely research all different airlines, and like when it comes to like their uniform, tattoo policy, you know, all that type of stuff, right? But the first thing is that you have to want to be a flight attendant. Okay, you have to want to be a flight attendant. Research, you know, the different airlines and where they may have bases at. So hopefully it's in the city that you live in. I'm located in St. Louis, so luckily my base was here, so I didn't have to worry about traveling to get to my base in the event that I get called into a shift, which work in reserve. I'll talk about that in a second. But I didn't have to worry about any of that. And plus, with my base, the headquarters is here in St. Louis. So I'm gonna talk about that when it comes to ground school. So a couple of things. Let's get back to doing research on your airline, right? I know that there's the major, they're called mainline airlines. Apply for those too, but don't forget about your regional airlines. So research regional airlines in your city, see what's available, and go that route. That's the route that I didn't even know regional airlines existed until last year. I know, I'm sorry if I sound crazy, but it's the truth. I legit didn't know. So this is how I got here. One, I simply apply. I applied to be a flight attendant. The application was pretty easy. You have a resume, transfer it on there, boom, pow. Then secondly, go on LinkedIn, look and find out to see who the recruiters are. Go on their social media. Maybe they're going to be attending a job fair that is in your area that you can attend and meet those recruiters on site. Next, when you get your interview, rock that mug out, show up as your beautiful, handsome self, and just be you, be confident, walk in there, and always remember the main priorities for airlines are customer service as well as safety. So when you can remember those two key points, you are going to be completely fine. Also, after you go and you ace, I'm claiming it for you. Once you ace that interview, what they're going to do is email you or call you. They're going to contact you, and they're going to do something with, it's going to be a CJO. It's a conditional job offer. They're going to offer you a CJO. With that CJO, the next steps will be, of course, like drug tests. It depends on the company and how they choose to do it, but you're going to go through all that paperwork stuff, right? Then they're going to give you information about ground school. Now, I didn't have to travel outside of my base, my domicile, which is St. Louis. My training was right here in St. Louis. Also, another thing, the company that I'm with, they do offer paid training, but not all airlines offer paid training. So if you get hired with the company that does accept, they give you that CJO, right? And you're like, bet I'm in there. However, they want you to attend training somewhere else and it's not paid. Okay, really think about, is that what you want to do? And if it is, save the money. I'm always one of those people. It's a temporary sacrifice. And if it's something that you want bad enough, you will make it happen. You better do some things and save up some money. There's so many different side hustles now with delivery services. You can save that stuff. But anyways, that's another conversation. But pay attention to see if they offer paid training. I know with my ground school, we had to wear black and white. So you had to wear black pants. It couldn't have any other like colors in it. No color buttons, none of that stuff, right? White shirt, and then like a blazer or a black sweater, black shoes, but it couldn't have like, crazy things going on. It had to be very simple. And I mean, once I got in ground school, including like important papers and stuff like that to fill out, documents, you know how that goes. Ours was roughly 7 weeks. It was during Thanksgiving, so it was like that weird time where days were off and stuff, But oh my gosh, ground school was, whoo! Some of your dreams were like drills. You were thinking about open seatbelts, get up, get out, come this way. Or when you're sitting there and learning how to evacuate planes in less than 90 seconds, and whether it's anticipated or unanticipated, what you do in the event of an emergency. Do you have to hurry up and inform people because you have literally less than 15 minutes? Oh my gosh, like you're gonna learn all that. You're gonna feel so confident when you are finished with ground school. You're gonna be like, I did that. You're gonna sacrifice. Yes, you will. You have to sacrifice. I sacrificed not going on social media, and with me being a mom, like I said, thank goodness training was here in my hometown. So what I did, the moment that I got home, I would spend time with my kids, and once they went to sleep, then I studied. Now, different airlines offer different times for their ground school, and like I said, it depends on the duration, but ours was roughly 7 weeks, and it was Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., which included an hour lunch break. However, once it got towards the end of ground school, when you're starting to go through those drills, we ended up working through some of those drills, but we still had our increments of breaks in between. Sometimes we would have like lunch breaks, and we would like go over lesson plan or the lesson while we were eating. We get like a 30-minute break, but it just be flexible. That's one thing that this training taught me, which is going to be another thing that'll get you prepared for when you actually graduate and get out in the line, is you have to be flexible. So flexibility and patience is another thing that is very, very, very important. And after you complete your ground school, you graduate. Whoop, whoop, and then you get your wings. Oh my gosh, like that was such a good feeling. Like I'm gonna have, if you look in like the information about me and all that type of stuff, like I said, please bear with me. I am learning this whole YouTube video concept. I am going to get there, okay? But if you check out my Instagram, you will see a video that I made from my graduation. When I tell you I feel so freaking cool. And then the moment that you graduate, you better go buy your luggage, because next you are ready for your IOE, which is called an initial operating experience. Now, that is so important, because in order for you to become an official flight attendant, you have to successfully complete your IOE, which means it's like 5 hours, I believe it is. The FAA, which is the Federal Aviation Administration, they said, you know what, flight attendants, yeah, you can do all that, you can pass all that, but we need 5 hours of an initial operating experience actually in the friendly skies, and seeing how you understand when you hear those chimes. You've probably never even tripped off chimes being in the airplane until you're like, oh, I want to be a flight attendant. You hear the little bing, bing, bong, Every airline is different. You don't know if it means that the pilot is calling you, they're calling you from the flight deck. Is there severe turbulence coming up? What is that chime? Is it an emergency? Or maybe it could just be a passenger calling you from the lavatory, aka bathroom, or from their seat. You know what I'm saying? So every airline is different, but they want to make sure that you know how to operate as a flight attendant, because the airline that I'm with, it's regional, and it's we don't have any more than 50 passengers, so it's just you out there in that aircraft, you and up to 50 passengers. Are you nervous? Do I get nervous? I was built for this, but I ain't gonna front a little bit. I am, because after you pass your IOE, right, you get your flight attendant certificate, and on top of that, that's when you get your lovely new schedule. So your new schedule could be, reserve before you get your line. That's where I'm at. I am on reserve. I just passed my IOE a couple of weeks ago, so I'm doing airport reserve. This is one of the crew rooms. I'm in St. Louis, but there's crew rooms in every airport, depending on the airline that you're with. But yeah, I'm here. I've been here since 5 a.m. Right now it is 7 a.m. and I'm here till 3 p.m. So is it different? Yeah, it totally is. It definitely is. But this gives me time to make videos. This gives me time to read on my information. So when I actually finally do get my flight, I'm ready, like ready. And I'm so excited. Some of the other ladies from ground school that passed their IOE and everything, they already have trips and stuff like that. So I just know it's only a matter of time until it is my turn to be telling the same exact story. I'm getting ready to learn about bidding and things of that nature, but I'm gonna wrap it all up. As time goes on, I will make more videos. I will show you the luggage that I purchased. I will show you how I pack. I will even show you about the food, because food is something that I don't play with. And when I went on my IOE, sometimes you get back late because it can be delays, all that type of stuff. But we'll talk about IOE another time. But hopefully this video helped you out when it comes to you thinking about becoming a flight attendant and what the process is like. I will make more videos that explain in depth ground school, in depth when it comes to your IOE. I literally just went through this. So I know you can do it. I did it. Proven results. I would love to see you in the airport looking fly, okay? Walking through with your luggage and us looking at each other like, hey now. I wish you the best. Thank you for watching this video. Any comments, please put below. Any questions, I am definitely going to check it out. Hit me up. I will help you as best as I can. And I know you got this. Why? Because I know that you want it. Thanks for watching.